Okay.
And see how steep that is? It shouldn't be steep like that. Like,
It should be kind of a gradual runoff like on this side.
but even that's bad too. Like, there's nothing here stopping the water. See how all that grass is pushed down?
Mm-hmm.
That's from the water just running right over it.
Exactly. I mean, it's just such a steep decline on
Usually
either
what you
side.
should see is that. Like, see all those, it's like rocks and shit coming down? That's because of all those trees right there.
Uh-huh.
Then you come here and it looks like this.
Path of least resistance.
Yeah.
So that's the south side. Southeast side. This is the northwest side.
So these trees are probably a no.
These look like straight up. Yeah.
That tree is probably a yes. That's a willow.
That's a willow.
And we would, and I mean, I don't see us taking these trees out. I do see this being cleared. What do you think?
This area, this stuff right here.
Yeah.
Well, we would have to. I mean, is the best part to plant it like at the top of the hill, at the crest of the hill before it goes down?
So we're going to take a look at that because when it comes to a riparian zone, there's 3 different zones. So it's like the one right next to the creek, what needs to go in, then a little further out, what needs to go in, and then what should be up here. So you guys would look up what goes where.
Okay.
You know? But this stuff would choke out any good stuff that we want.
Oh, no,
this is all invasive shit.
I recognize these are all weeds. This is berries.
This is not a Juneberry, I don't think, or a gooseberry. This might be gooseberry.
Gooseberry.
And that might be fine to keep. Okay, make sure you get a good picture of this because this might be a gooseberry, and I don't see it coming out at this point. So.
Right, but is this something we would want? Is this useful or not?
But that's the thing: is that good or not? I think there's a possibility it's not great for this zone, but it's too big to take out, in my opinion, for that day.
Okay.
Like, how much of this? Because I'm thinking what's accessible is from there to over there.
Let me take a look.
And see.
This is all see the roots exposed to different trees.
Yeah, it's not good, but do we have what it takes to tackle that?
That's very steep and inaccessible.
Right.
I don't think we do. But we have like a kind of a crested shoreline down here that we can access a little better.
Could we plant down there though? Because that shoreline doesn't look like it needs. That should be all rocks, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, they got the rocks here, but they do have like this sort of exposed root stuff that you were talking about on the southeast side.
So when it comes to planting,
we can't do this. This is
yeah,
all.
it seems like this is I think that might be the same guy as that.
Baby maples.
These might be invasive, but you see what I'm saying? What looks like bamboo almost?
Oh, on the south side there.
Yeah,
on the,
that thing over there.
Uh-huh.
It's too big to get rid of, in my opinion.
Okay.
These baby saplings, I think, are maples, and I think they may or may not be good, but we can't get rid of them. This stuff has to go.
It would have to go anyway. You don't want to like
Yeah.
I think not only rooting it, but you would use white vinegar. I think white vinegar is the other thing. Whole.
Since I need to talk to Mary Margaret, the chair of the EAC, and find out just what it is she wants to see happen that day, and take it from there.
It's going to be 2 days, like one clearing day and one planting day.
Yeah. And you know.
I mean, definitely.
And who's going to do that? Not
Yeah.
you. So we'll figure that out. This is over here, and separate from this.
So that has got it's different leaf formations.
I have no idea what this is. Not this.
I can't even really get it.
What?
So this branch is coming out of the willow.
No. This is. It is. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes? Yes.
Yeah, that's coming off.
Yeah, that's coming out of the willow.
Oh, the willow. Okay.
Okay, so that's.
I thought it was another one of.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same pattern as the
I feel
top
like
too.
this is not the same as these. Do you see the difference in the way the willow droops, and these guys don't?
Is it possible that's just a very young?
Look at the. There, I see other differences.
It also looks. The leaves do look a
That's
bit
longer,
bunch thicker.
Yeah.
and
Those,
bigger.
so these little saplings coming up, I'm feeling maple, but we should find out if they're good or not. If they're good, I say we clear it out, let them go, put some protection around them.
Look at this thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shit.
I don't know what it is, but I want one.
No. Oh my god. It's not a tree of heaven. I have.
I don't know what
Look
it is,
up
but
tree with
it goes
thorns.
all the way up.
I have never seen anything like this ever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm taking pictures of all this stuff and I'm gonna like basically do the research later.
What
Look
the
up
hell?
tree with thorns real quick.
And look, these are like, I haven't
Nubs?
seen.
Nubs.
Yeah, but what's gonna come off of this? I haven't never seen
idea.
this kind of thing before. They're not burls. And so what? This is what's gonna come out of here. I'll bet you someone ate this. Is another little branch with a bunch of where we got mirror images coming off.
Deer come down here all the time. I've seen them.
So,
Yeah, all this stuff. I mean, you can tell this is all just like nasty weeds.
Weird to be strong.
Yeah,
Remember they said that they planted things and they disappeared? I feel like something from here might be an offshoot or a,
Well, there's groundhogs here too.
I feel like some of the plants here might some of these little tree saplings looking things might be from something that's planted before. If you're down in the water, you'll go through a tunnel, and if you got balls, you'll come out on the other side of Bethlehem Pike, but I always chicken. What we can get you for low or no cost, and then you want to figure out, the spending part is first deer protection. And, you see saplings and there'll be a little fence around it all the way up to here. What you want to do, you want to first of all figure out what are the riparian zones. So this is a riparian zone, but there are little zones within it. And there's one zone that you want one kind of plants. The next zone you want another kind of plants.
These are elevation zones, correct? That they
I would imagine elevations going up, but also proximity to the creek, right? Like I wouldn't put the big tree there. I would, what I'm thinking, and I'm so terrible, I haven't looked it up. What I would do if it was me is down here, all this shit would come out, it would all be rocks.
Okay.
Then here would be like pollinator friendly, indigenous, angiosperm plants, Then here would be like azaleas and rhodos maybe.
So we want like a good,
The good
3 feet in length from the shore, basically like bam to that's like more like 6 feet.
Well, see, I'll tell you what, like the EAC may be coming in and going, okay, we're putting a tree here, here, and here. Like, this is a zone where you put your big stuff. We're just going to concentrate on that one zone and plant flowers.
Okay.
But I know the money needs to go to some saplings. So if you're like, trees, really, we don't know. Shrubs, we don't know. But we could put in some nice flowers, right?
I mean, we want something that ideally would grow faster than a tree would.
Well, yeah. But,
You could plant the trees too, but you need something that creates the buffer.
Well, what I mean is we're talking long term. If you say you decide you only want to do something right here small, right? Because you want to keep it chilled, but if you don't get any volunteers, blah, 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 blah. Then you're only going to spend X amount of money and say, okay, we decided for our project, we're spending $200 of this, and we're going to put in here a angiosperm shrub, some shrubs and some angiosperms that are totally pollinator friendly and native to Pennsylvania and da-da-da.
Well,
Right.
we would more likely do the depressed zones where see like this area over here in the middle, it's all kind of just like level, whereas like where we're standing here is declination. It'll catch the most water. Everything else is going to get leached and it's just going to like sit because this down here once it rains
Becomes a floodplain,
it's
right?
a big floodplain. I've seen it myself.
And it
like,
won't
many
see that.
times.
You know why it doesn't percolate in? Because it's fucking grass, and
Yeah.
grass is not indigenous to this area.
No.
So it's
not.
like that's
it
the
pools
thing.
right there. You see that deformation.
And it won't leach in. It'll either run down with the next storm or it'll evaporate.
Yeah, if you look at
And
this,
it'll attract mosquitoes and shit.
look at the gutter runoff of this building too. It goes straight down, and there's nothing to really soak it up over time. So I think actually this little area right here would be like pretty fantastic to do.
Maybe from the weeping willow to that heart-shaped leaf thing.
Okay.
Maybe that's the focus.
Okay. Yeah.
The fucking little flatworms and shit that they're indigenous to here.
Ooh,
Yeah.
They
flatworm's
can't
nice.
live in that. And shit, I mean.
What's that flatworm?
Yeah, it blocks out sunlight on the bank floor, so then it can. Yeah. Okay.
That is
I
all
remember seeing some
sediment
BBC stuff.
in the water
There should
there.
be fish swimming in this. Although this right here, this is all poured cement.
Yeah.
So it's not as if, I mean, these
Poured
things
cement.
are halfway made. Like a lot of times, they'll just completely plow under a creek. And in Ambler, they've made the effort to say, okay, let's make this into a little canal and then keep the creek going.
Yeah.
But this is all man-made. If you come
Oh,
here,
100%. You can see it.
like you can't. Oh, yes, you can. Like look right there. See the cages with the rocks?
Yeah. No, I know. I've seen that on the side of 95 and like
Yeah,
76.
Yeah, and without that, we wouldn't have these creeks. So the Ambler really cares a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they have a lot of waterways to keep
There's
track of.
3 creeks that come through from the Wissahickon.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Tannery Run Notes. This is the section behind our old folks home here. It's the it's southwest of the junction between Butler and Bethlehem Pike and Ambler, Pennsylvania. We need to determine elevation, square footage of our area, but we're basically going to run it to this willow tree over here, and then going on the east side, we're going to run it to basically this heart-shaped flower box right where it meets the old folks home here. We've determined that this is like the best like declination zone because you can clearly see sort of runoff from all the water. It rained yesterday pretty heavily. You can see it just basically comes from this gutter system and from the street, and it's basically a highway for water to just like erode this shore. So we're going to determine which weeds we need to pull out, which is basically going to be all of them here on the stream side. This is the northwest side of the stream, and we're going to figure out planting zones. We need to determine staging layers, and then we need to just determine how wide our riparian buffer needs to be. And that is it.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it.